Right then, Manchester United beat Southampton 3-1, but it wasn't a convincing performance. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what went wrong for Manchester United against Southampton and looking at what we can really take from this game and change it going forward. Now, listen, that first half was the worst I think I've seen under Ruben Amorim. We were getting absolutely dominated. Southampton were pressing the life out of us. We were playing with a back five for literally the whole first half, and we were sitting deep. The Ruben Amorim system is a 3-4-2-1. The wing back was supposed to be high and part of the midfield, and ultimately Mazraoui and Ahmad were getting constantly pinned back, and that was the first thing that went wrong. And we've seen it not only in this game, other games before. You can understand against the Arsenal, the Liverpools, the Man City, at times you might need to defend in the back five, but when you're playing 20th place relegation, 6 points in the league, 44 goals conceded, and you're getting pinned by them. It was a tactical masterclass by their manager, Juric. I think he had a very, very good and smart performance managing the team. I think they pushed us back. They were high pressing in that first half. United didn't have an out ball. Just every single time we would hit it long and it wouldn't stick and the pressure would mount up. Again, very sloppy from set pieces, but I think that was the biggest thing that went wrong. There was just no movement, and I think when Xerxes came on, he changed that. He was dropping deep, he was going over the top, he was winning headers, duels, linking up play. That's what you want to see from your striker. And yes, Xerxes did create that chance for Garnacho, which he should score, but we just haven't seen enough from Xerxes in the games. He's just not a clinical striker, and I think right now it's kind of 50-50 who starts. It does vary game to game, but in a game like against Brighton, I want to see Xerxes start. I think he is offering much more than Garnacho. You can see the support. I mean, there is a potential ban being ruined about for his celebration, but I think his performance is fantastic, and that's another thing that went wrong. I think we do take sometimes the midfield got bypassed. That was actually another thing that went wrong. Ugarte and then you look leggy, and that's something Amorim talked about post-match, about how these players are getting tired. They're playing a lot of games, they played 120 minutes, but that's where it's down to Amorim to rotate, but he doesn't have any options, and that is the biggest issue. I think you can see the players are getting tired. 120 minutes against Arsenal. Mourinho isn't quite fit yet. We do need to invest, and that's where you can see him bringing players through like Collier as an option, because we are struggling in that department. I think the main thing for Amorim right now, though, is to get this team playing a bit of football. We've seen it against Liverpool, we've seen it against Arsenal. We just need to see that again. High press, high energy, and I think when Xerxes came on, the game changed. We were hunting for the ball, higher press. Everyone was winning their duels. I'm not saying Xerxes changed that. Amorim could have tweaked some in and said to the players to do something else, but that was another thing. What else went wrong? Southampton were very physical. We limited players like Garnacho. We couldn't really get Bruno Fernandes on the ball in that second half. Ahmad really got into the game, but in that first half we couldn't. They were just winning everything. Lenny Yoro got absolutely cooked by Sulemana, and you can see that was another issue. They used their threats. Dibbling, they were pulling out the defenders and then dropping in behind, turning. They were getting massive overloads because United players weren't tracking back. I think ultimately you have to look at it from a position of worry, because we've shown what we can do against the top teams, Man Cities, the Arsenals, the Liverpools, but when it comes to the crunch against Southampton, we need to get a point, and a performance is expected to win by 2-3 goals. United don't really turn up, and I know we did win by 3, but it wasn't that sort of game. We did it was just a 10-minute burst really, but we did get all the goals. As I said, we must improve from here. It's a long journey with Amorim. He's come in mid-season and he hasn't had any pre-season. He's still learning about the players, but I think a lot of the players aren't good enough, and you can see that in his selection. It's down to the youth. It's down to Ineos to help him. He needs a left wing back ASAP. And we're now 17 days into the January transfer window, and there's no sign of bringing anyone in. That would be a huge concern if I was Ruben Amorim. In terms of other things, just players not working hard enough. There's a lack of fluidity, lack of movement, lack of ambition by some of these players. It just took a moment of magic, or 3 moments of magic really, from Amad Diallo to kind of win Manchester United the game. We did have chances to score, and I think we must improve in that attacking department. The signs are there for Amorim to become a top manager at Manchester United. We have to give him time to kind of adapt and go into playing some very good performances, because we've seen it before. But it's these sorts of games where United are expected to win, we don't turn up. Again, it was a lot of poor individual performances in which players have to look at themselves. But let me know your thoughts. There were just a few things that went wrong against Southampton. I think there wasn't no movement. We're getting absolutely pressed and forced into play a back five, and there was just no tenacity and ambition from that midfield. Thanks for watching.